And clearly I remembered a lot about it. Tons of information. Loads and loads of information. So, oh great, unstable. Huh. You know, you'd think I'd pay enough for an internet to make sure that that stuff would work out. Although, actually, at this point, I think probably... Probably, actually. The issue is, to a degree, I think it's maybe not so much my internet's fault. Well, it's probably part of my internet's fault. But a pretty big portion of that's probably actually my laptop. It sucks. It was not designed for this. This laptop is a artsy laptop. It was meant to be for drawing? Yeah, that's the word. English is my first language and my only language. Pretty much, we don't count Spanish or Mandarin. I'm too shitty at that for that. Anywho, how long am I planning to stream? I am planning to talk to this empty room until the end of time. And, shit, I wasn't counting. If no one comes, no one comes. If someone comes, it's all fine. Just means that, someone gets to watch me blabber to myself in an empty room, and, yeah. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so crochet hat time. This is not really what I advertise myself as being. I do Instagram more. But saying I do Instagram implies that I actually, I have an Instagram following worth the effort. I don't. I have, like, you know what, whatever. I just have an Instagram. This Twitch thing, as I said, Twitch thing was just kind of for fun, I guess. I tried it out in the past. I have no issues talking to myself, to no one, to be blunt, because I just enjoy talking. And my friend was like, since you enjoy blabbering about the most useless things in the world, you should try streaming yourself doing that. And I was like, might be a good idea. And, you know, just kept on going from there. And then I stopped doing it. So after 4 times, I stopped just because the big issue for me is that I only used to have one screen, and I found it really confusing to try and, I was drawing mostly actually on this, and so I found it really confusing to try and manage multiple things, like trying to manage drawing and trying to manage, you know, making sure things don't look wrong on the other end at the same time. And so I was just like, yeah, this isn't going to work out. So I just kind of stopped there and said, you know what, it is what it is. Didn't work out for me. And I'll just keep on doing all my other hobbies. I have too many hobbies. I do not have time for all of them. So, and then I was talking to one of my friends again, and he was like, hey, I'm trying to stream. I'm trying to become a popular streamer. I was like, that streaming business is not for me. And I was like, if I was going to be streaming, I'm going to stream the most boring content I can think of. I will stream myself crocheting hats. Won't I be a boring grandmothery type figure? And he was like, you know what, just do it. Just stream yourself crocheting hats. And I was like, whatever, dude. If anyone actually likes this content, I would be greatly, greatly surprised. And, you know, I'll just, if I get up to like 10 viewers watching me crochet hats, I will say that you are correct. This was a viable plan. You are truly the mastermind of streaming content. But you know, really not, I really don't think this will, I don't think this will do particularly well, but you know, better than nothing. So, why am I making hats? It is because it is Christmas, and for Christmas, I always make the people younger than me, all 10 of these family members. I always make them something handmade. Last year, I believe I made them all crocheted like dolls, plushies, and I tried to individualize one for every single one, single person. So I made a Baby Yoda doll for someone who really loves Star Wars. I made a Minecraft creeper for someone who really likes Minecraft, which that was okay. You know what? Whatever. The Minecraft thing looks a lot like a dick if you just put 2 legs on it and you didn't quite get to the other legs yet. That was a thing. Anyways, and then, God, what did I also make? I think I made like dogs for the rest of them because, to be honest, some of my other cousins don't have defining hobbies, and I was just like, well, everyone loves a dog, right? I mean, she also had a pet dog, so, you know, it was a very adorable dog. I spent a lot of time making it cute and adorable, and I actually really, really liked it. But I knew the cousin who I made it for, she's probably just gonna honestly toss it in the trash, which sucks, but, you know. I don't really mind it. That's kind of why I give them handmade gifts, because if I spent, like it's just my time being wasted, and maybe a bit of yarn, but I get a lot of this yarn on, like, discounts, or, I get a lot from my mom, and she gets yarn for free, because she works for, like, magazines or whatever, knitting and crocheting magazines. So I don't really mind if a lot of these dolls just get tossed to the trash. It is what it is. You know, I can't prevent someone from throwing my gifts away. That's not how the way the world works, and I already screwed up. You know, I heard that there's a Twitch curse when you play games and you talk to yourself at the same time. Is there a Twitch curse where you fuck up your crocheting multiple times because you don't remember what you're doing? So, so for this hat, this is really thick yarn, like ultra thick yarn. In fact, someone told me it's a little bit more like rope, and I don't disagree. It's one of the reasons I'm doing this project. It's because it will be super quick to make a hat if I don't fuck up, which I've already done. And it's also a really hideous color that I don't like. I mean, now that I've worked with it for a couple hours now, I've made multiple hats at this point, I don't hate it as much as I used to. It's still not my preferred color. I would not go out of my way to buy this color, but now that I've used it for a bit longer, I can say that it's got a certain uniqueness to it, a certain je ne sais quoi. So, you know, that's not super, so it's not super irritating to work with now. Of course, thick yarn, thick crochet hook. Does this literally just say jumbo crochet? I believe it's a size 10 hook. On the side it says 600 millimeters. I'm not sure if that's the size of the hook or the size of your yarn that you're supposed to use the hook for. I mean, to be honest, you can use larger hooks for thinner yarns, but you can't use smaller hooks for bigger yarns. But when you use a thicker hook for a smaller yarn, you end up with really large holes. It's great for making a lacy pattern, but if you're trying to do something very solid, like I am, it's not super great. Anywho, yeah, so there's no specific pattern for this. I am kind of winging it. This is about the third or fourth hat. Wait, hats have I made? 6 hats. I've made 6 hats so far. So I kind of have an idea of the pattern, but I've never written it down, so it's a bit by feel, to be honest. It's very by feel. So if it fucks up, it fucks up, and I just say, oh no, it fucks up, and then I undo it, and I start from again. It's one of the reasons I do kind of appreciate crochet. I find it's, you know, some people get really stressed out when they fuck up and they have to undo it all, and then, you know, you just have to rebuild, and you have to rebuild, and you have to rebuild. But, you know, in my case, and the way I think about it is that I've never wasted any material. I've just wasted my time, and a lot of this time I spent crocheting. I'm doing things like reading TV shows, listening to audiobooks, listening to music, just doing other things in the background. I've tried playing video games and crocheting at the same time, but that generally doesn't work. Much to my disappointment. I've been trying to make it work. Maybe I could play like a strategy RPG and make it work, you know? Fire Emblem 3 Houses, knit 1 row. Crochet. I knit a lot too. Yeah, crochet 1 row and then make a move, crochet 1 row, make a move. Be an interesting question whether or not I'd finish a blanket first or finish the game first. I'm willing to bet that the blanket would actually be first. Actually, no, that's kind of an interesting idea now that I think about it, because I would say the average, once again, it does depend